Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Musa Jallo, and in today's video, we're gonna be reacting to another video by CNBC Make It. And the video is entitled Living on $150,000 a year in New York City, Millennial Money. So no further delay, let's get into the reaction.
Coming from a family that's a family of immigrants where we were three families
Man,
in
like
one.
just take a moment and appreciate the city, like New York. Oh my god. I wanna go there so badly. But this year I have plans to go to Africa so I can go, but I really, really wanna go to New York City. Oh my god, it is so pretty. It is my dream city. Wow.
One bedroom in Brooklyn. I didn't learn about money growing up. My experience with money was seeing my family hustle, and now everyone's doing really well. Hi, my name is Diana Elieva. I'm 34. I make $150,000 a year, and I live in Manhattan, New York City.
That's like really impressive. She's 34 years old, making $150,000 a year. Live in Manhattan. That's like, it's like Manhattan or Manhattan. I don't really know how to pronounce it properly, to be honest with you. But it's really impressive. I feel like people who have immigrant background, whenever they travel, I feel like mostly also like the first and second generation immigrants, they always have like a different work ethics when it comes to working. It's like really so crazy, but I feel like people like us, we like all we want to do is like work hard. It's like, oh my god, that's so nice.
I started my agency after getting laid off from a corporate job. I've been pretty fortunate. It really ranges when you're freelancing and working for yourself. I mean, I would say my biggest expense every month is my rent. I do have health insurance. I pay about $400 a month for it. But even with that $400, prescriptions are a ton, but just have to have help.
So okay, let's take a look at her budget now. So like 2,400 a month goes to her housing expenses. That's like more than 50% of our monthly expenses. Health insurance, $400. That's one thing we are lucky. We don't have health insurance, so we don't need to pay health insurance because it's like paid for by taxes. Pretty good now.
Especially when you're in your mid-30s. The challenges of having your own agency, there's so many. One, just being used to that Friday direct deposit, having to really know where every single dollar is coming from. Another challenge is just money management for me, putting aside money to pay your taxes every year, and also just knowing your worth. I think that was something that I learned a lot. You start doing designs for like $200-300, and then you realize there's people that are doing this for hedge funds that are charging like $100,000 just for a logo.
That's crazy though. That's crazy. Like like knowing your worth. I feel like most of the time we have like this imposter syndrome, like to feel like, oh, I'm not good at this thing, so like I should like charge like way less. But it's kind of like a good tactic also in the beginning, like to like make your price like really so low for you to like build up your client base, and then like when you start to grow, then you can like increase your price gradually also.
My experience with crypto, I have to thank my little brother, Yeton. He was on it very early on, and he told me to invest in Bitcoin a couple of years ago when it was about $1,000, maybe a little less, and I liquidated at 19,000. He called me and said, "Get out." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he said, "You will never see a return on anything like this in your life again." Putting a little bit of money into it, here and there, and kind of having a very diverse portfolio.
I'm guessing right now that portfolio is not doing well in 2022. The crypto market, I feel like you have dropped like so hard, but I feel like actually right now, I don't know about like the Dogecoin, like or the Doggy coin. I don't know however you pronounce it. Like and like Solana and all those other smaller coins. But I feel like Bitcoin, Ethereum, if you can right now, if you have money that you don't mind losing, I feel like it's not a bad idea to like put some money into it. Like for example, if it's like money, like for example, if I lose this money tomorrow, it's no big deal. Yes, but imagine right now, some part of I think last year and this year, Bitcoin went all the way up to like 60,000. Right now, it's like around 15, $16,000. For Bitcoin. So that's like a really really crazy drop. But I feel like also they say like this Bitcoin have cycles, like a number drop and then go back up. So like some people think it's gonna go back up, but I feel like if you like believe in it, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, you should like keep on buying, little by little every day.
I have a 401k, I have a retirement plan. Throughout college, I actually worked at Safeway for 5 years when they were union and the #2 company to work for behind Starbucks. So that's all been building since then, and every time I have taken a corporate job, whether it's been for a little bit or been on my own, I'm always putting into that fund. If I do an event and I bring in 20 grand from it, obviously I'll put aside a portion of that. And then there's months where I'm not putting anything aside. I was just so fortunate.
I feel like if she's like making like 150,000 and she's like saving like 10 to 15% of her income, I feel like it's a little bit on the low end, but her expense is pretty high. She spent like almost $4,000 per month, so that's pretty high also. But I feel like she could probably be saving more money.
To be a hustler, like finding ways to save on everything. I do go to a very expensive gym and provide them liquor for their monthly mixers, and I'm fortunate enough to get a comp membership there. And I think just that hustle growing up here in New York and coming from a family that's a family of immigrants, all of that was instilled in me at such a young age, and really preparing yourself. Right now, we are going to see Kristen, who is my partner in #LunchBag, because we have a meeting about this weekend's event. You make sandwiches, we distribute them to the homeless. We started with just making 100, now we're making almost 1,000.
That's like really nice. I admire people who do things like this. It's
Every
actually
month.
really nice.
It's just nice to be able to do something that can put a smile on someone's face that we take for granted. Every dollar I spend, I think of how I can make like $3 to cover it, and that's always in my head. I buy a purse for $200 and I'm like, where am I gonna make $500 tomorrow?
that's like really good, but like the best way you can make like $200, is not to use the $200 in the first place. That's crazy, but I know like the best way to make $200 is like not to use the $200 in the first place. So you should like probably consider that.
My goal is to retire by 40. I always say if you live in Manhattan, you have to hate yourself a little bit. It's not easy to live here. So I'm really working up to taking everything I made here and enjoying the rest of my life somewhere else. So I never felt like I was great with money, and the more I talk about it, the more I realize you hear where you can do better and where you can spend less. The fact that I am debt-free and live alone in New York, I've been pretty good with money the last couple of years.
That's really good. Like the Dunning-Kruger effect. If you normally think like you're really so good at something, most likely you're not good at that thing. So like she feel like she's not really good with money. It could be like a indication to show like she might be really good with her money. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, remember to like the video, comment down below. We see you in the next one. Peace out.